So I have this really boring idea that I think could save the internet, and I want to explain it to you. And it has to do with insurance. Oh, yes, insurance, the most, yeah, it's boring. Okay. But I think it might save the internet, and here's why. So in the olden days, creators, might work for movie studios or newspapers or like, I don't know, art galleries or whatever. And usually it was big companies, and these big companies provided not only income, but importantly, oftentimes insurance. And insurance for things like libel and defamation. When I would write for Wired magazine or Playboy or Mother Jones or NPR or whoever else, I knew that I would have the freedom to do what I wanted to do, because if someone sued you, they would, not only would the laws be, on your side, which they are, but you wouldn't have to expend all of that legal expense because the company would cover you, the company had insurance, et cetera, et cetera. But in recent years, insurance has become, well, it's sort of gone away, I guess, for creators, because we don't really work for the New York Times anymore. We put ourselves here on YouTube, and you can get insurance as a creator, but it's tricky, it's hard. And if you look at CoffeeZilla, who's had his own legal battles against Logan Paul recently, you should be aware that you can get your insurance dropped incredibly quickly. But I have a solution to this problem, and I think that if I worked with other creators, bigger creators, better creators, hello John Green, hello Hank Green, hello CoffeeZilla, hello people with millions of followers, we could do a thing that would change the nature of the internet in general. And here is what the idea is. And I think that we should create, or someone should create, in conjunction with like a journalism program, or maybe with Google or Substack or some sort of creator-focused thing, that you create a certification course teaching about the principles of libel and defamation, one-party and two-party consent rules for recordings, and all of the various things that could expose a reporter or content creator to a lawsuit for libel or defamation. A way that you could get educated and understand it and make it like this e-course, I don't know, 5 or 10 hours long and reasonably cheap. Like maybe it's like $300 or $100. I don't really care. I think it should cost something, but it shouldn't cost so much that it's like prohibitive to get into it. And this course, which was certified by a journalism program, would then be, you would get like a certificate of understanding how not to do stupid things on the internet. And then, and here's the important thing, you take that certificate and we partner with an insurance company or a reinsurance company to mitigate their risk if they go out and make a large policy for all sorts of different content creators who now they know they're de-risked, that's the financial term, who these content creators are no longer as risky because they understand the terms of engagement, and that should make these insurers be like, cool, this is great. We'll give you a discount, or we'll just give you insurance. Looking at comparative types of insurance that are out there, we're probably talking like $50 a month for about $1 million in coverage, or maybe like $70, $75, $80 a month for $2 million of coverage. That's what I've seen when I've specced out the markets, for similar sort of things. But this is the exciting part for the insurer. This creates a market for a product that then they make money on, because insurance is a business. And think of all the thousands and millions of content creators out there who would rather not get sued. Like I've been threatened a lot. I actually have insurance, and I have lawyers, and I have all those things. But lots of content creators don't. And there are millions of them out there. Like, there are lots of people with YouTube channels and with Substacks and other things where they need insurance. And so this market could be created where you have certified people who the insurer's like, cool, this is great. And then the insurer can then sell a policy and make their cash. And wouldn't that be great? There's a match made in heaven. But not only that. Now, when people actually get sued for libel or defamation, those cases are, expensive to defend. But, when you talk to lawyers out there in the sort of media defense industries, they get lots of people coming to them, be like, hey, can you rep me for free because I'm a broke journalist or whatever. And I get the feeling that there's fatigue. on their part for this. But what if you had a group of insured journalists, like journalists who have, if they get sued, they have insurers, and now you have a list of attorneys who will get paid by the insured reporters. And I think what this would do would de-risk like a lot of the industry. I think it would make slap suits a lot harder to conduct from the bad actor side of things. And I think that we would have more and more creators who are interested, just like you would buy an auto insurance policy. You could buy your libel insurance policy. And if you're making, I don't know, $1,000 a month on YouTube, easy to do. I mean, not easy, but like easy-ish to do. Then why not put 70, 50, 70, $100 a month into the fact that you can't get, you won't have to defend yourself in court. So this is my big idea on the boring. It's a boring idea, but I think it could be a profitable business model for partners who are out there. I think you could get a lot of creators sort of interested in this, and I think we could do a good thing that could save the world, save the internet, keep your favorite channels online. So I would love to know what you think. And I've already spoken to like Lawrence Lessig, who's a big muckety muck in the journalism world. I've spoken to Shireen Marisol Meraji, who's a professor over at Berkeley. I've spoken to the founders of Wired magazine. Everyone. I've even talked to Dr. Mike about it, and everyone seems jazzed by this idea. Like, hey, that's a real need, and we could do it. And there's a lot of partners who are willing to work on this with me. And maybe some other people who would be willing to work on this. And what I'm really looking for is I have no connections in the like reinsurance and insurance side of things. Like I just don't know people over there. If you know somebody who's entrepreneurial, who wants to make a business that actually could be a little bit profitable, well, let's talk.